Let's just start streaming and see what happens here. Got some YouTube streaming weirdness, but I think it's fine. Let's just go. So, I'll get back into this. I think everything's fine. All right, so what we're gonna do is get back into Chatfield. Let me review yesterday and kind of dive in. As usual, once again, every day I'm recording this for posterity. Every keystroke of this open source work is here recorded on the stream. It's not that it's like an entertaining stream exactly, or necessarily educational. It's just that it documents every moment of the open source work. That's all. And then, of course, meanwhile, I'm doing lots of experiments like, what is it like to run Claude Code all day long? How does it feel to have an agent, helping you build, and so forth? So what we're building and what I want to get back into today is Chatfield. Chatfield is a conversational data collection tool rather than, for example, a graphical user interface or a form. Or today we're going to look up PDF forms, all of these sorts of things. Chatfield does this through a conversation rather than through any other mechanism. Of course, by being a natural conversation system, it's powered by an LLM. And since there's an LLM, there's a convenient, easy way to define validation and to define maybe how the data would be converted or translated, cast or translated or converted. And so Chatfield does all of that in both Python and TypeScript, incidentally, and in a server context, and alternatively in a browser context, if you like. That's Chatfield. Let's jump in. So yesterday was super fun. Yesterday was just an absolutely like bottle episode. Super fun. Where's my balm? My coffee and my balm. So let's go read it. What was that? The 20th yesterday? I think I'll just have about an hour and a half today, but today is also a bit of a today's kind of getting back into things, but also a bit of a weird one. I can't wait. We're getting into these brand new Claude Code skills. There's Claude Code skills now. And I buy it. I just briefly heard about it and I buy it. So what happened yesterday was just a massive side quest on Phoenix Live View, and just getting into the Elixir kind of ecosystem, getting into the Elixir world. I programmed heavily in Erlang many years ago, and Elixir is kind of the, Erlang's like the Java and Elixir's like the Visual Basic or something. Or the coffee script to the JavaScript. And then Phoenix is a web platform, web framework on top of Elixir. And then Live View is a kind of advanced kind of streaming technique to have web framework state and moving data back and forth, having state and so on. So I did all of that yesterday. I am not a Phoenix Live View expert at all. In fact, I'm still far closer to the Hello World end of the Phoenix Live View spectrum than the expert end. However, what I did do was get Chatfield working in Phoenix Live View. It was really awesome. I was able to just say, all right, I built a form in this application, just the old fashioned way, just HTML form elements effectively. Heeks templating system, building these forms. And then, let's connect Chatfield into that form so I could type and chat with Chatfield and have it complete the form for me. Just purely as a technical exercise. It's not that the UI would do that or that that's a thing to ship for any reason. The point was, I know Chatfield, I did not write every line of code. Claude Code wrote a substantial amount of it, which I would then hate, delete, back out, and then make Claude Code do it again, which I also read not line by line. Anyway, I'm responsible for every line of code in Chatfield. And so it was really a pleasure to just, get it working enough to have at least, to have that proven that works. I love this metaphor I've made of kind of threading the thread through the solution space. This must not be original. And then from the thread, we can pull a string, and from the string, we can pull a rope, and from the rope, we can pull a cable. Maybe I should just tighten it to 3 examples. Maybe 4 is too much. Anyway, so this was super fun. I guess I'll just make one last comment about why did I put Chatfield on this Phoenix Live View. People have come in occasionally in YouTube chat and things like that and said, like, what do I start, or what do I do, or how do I start, or what do I start on? And all of these questions about starting. And my answer is always, like, it doesn't matter really at all for your learning, like what you build. It really doesn't matter. But like, don't read homework assignments, don't build that stuff. It must be something clear that you want. And so to me, it was kind of obvious once I got this kind of hello world working. We got some CRUD, storing blog posts and stuff. It's all in this branch, actually. It's all in here in the live view branch. So, and then where is that? It's in the, well, if we just look at this commit, it'll be nice. Can I go to the parent? Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Nice. This is it. There was I saw a conversation yesterday, and then I don't know the channel, but I saw it from, what is his name? Prime? Is that his name? The YouTuber? And he talks about programming, and he's always in my recommended, YouTube, of course. And he was reviewing, and they were talking about just the agents. I thought it was quite interesting that we're just simply moving through the Gartner hype cycle. It's just that simple. I don't think I have much else to say. However, I think, to me, I think of these LLMs, I think every developer should have one for sure. I very much think, again, it does not produce good code, and it does not even produce correct code. Really, that's not my expectation from this thing. It produces code in 60 seconds. That's the point. And so in any circumstance where, like, potentially useful code, even in some rare cases, potentially correct code or even good code, if it's potentially good and it's ready in 60 seconds, that's just a whole new, like, tool in my tool bag to think about as a developer, just spending hours and hours writing, building software. So, I feel like extremely happy with Claude Code in my case, but like literally every keystroke is in these streams. It does not, it is nowhere near like having another like junior developer on my team. I do that every day. It's just absolutely not the same thing. But today, if my junior developer hasn't got Claude Code, I would be frustrated as a manager. I would be frustrated as a manager. I would say, wait, this is just simply a language model, and what we do is produce language as deliverables, as our professional output. As primary professional output, we produce language. We write little text files with nothing in them except language. And it's just a useful tool, but not. I think it's like the .com boom. It's obviously useful, but there will be like missteps and 2 steps forward and 1 step back. So this was awesome. So I made up Alice and Bob, and just very, very quickly, this is the idea. It was really janky, but this was the idea. Is like the whole experiment of Chatfield is, does this mental model like accelerate getting things done with a language model, right? It's my mental model is this language model's state. If I tell this language model, not like, Claude Code's just absolutely crushed it, where it breaks things down into tasks and it works through its todos. But could we like frame the conversation as, to a large extent, an exchange or a processing of a form, right? A field. And the reason is these language models are extremely like highly trained on that. And not only, HTML forms and React forms, but also I believe the concept of forms. In other words, these things are trained on like processes where people say complete the form or this field. It's forms are just a massive part of like civilization. So the theory is can by consolidating to this form and field kind of mental model or data model, does the LLM just do a better job, if the broader application is trying to get things done? And so my specific case is maybe Vibe DevOps. It started as a kind of cynical joke, but what I kind of realized is, depends what you mean by vibe, but if anything, Vibe DevOps sort of has higher consequences, higher risk profile than vibe coding in many contexts. In other words, you can make really serious mistakes. It's quite a different kind of risk level to ask an LLM to take over. So I don't know if it's possible, but if it is possible, it must be an interactive conversation defining a scope out. There is just no way I can have an idea off the top of my head and an LLM will have the context it needs to do a good job. There is just no Vibe DevOps that's like prompt to like Terraform push. I don't believe that can exist. I don't know what the total architecture is. I'm into this now. I'm into this. So that's fine, but these are basically, I think in the eyes of history, we will call these heuristics, basically. So sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It's fine to ship it if it solves a problem, but it's not fine to kind of make it your religion. These are moving fast. This is treadmill. Like, this is awesome, but this is also total like professional treadmill. We're going to need to know the next one. It kind of reminds me of when single page apps just came out and there was just thousands of frameworks and we were moving from framework to framework every week. Sammy JS and all that. Okay. So that's the review. So that's the kind of basically, actually this is enjoyable. That was sort of the, that's sort of my kind of debrief from getting into Elixir. Really, really, really super pleasant. Now today's also like a really very much like hair down, feet up on the table pleasant day because I'm getting into Claude Code skills. These just came out, I think, in a few agent skills. I hope that's Claude. Yeah. Claude will access a skill. Oh, does it work on Claude as well? Let me mute this. Oh, no. Oh, interesting. Okay, so they put skills in here. Okay, I don't care. Mahesh. Okay. Thank you, Mahesh. That's not Mahesh. I don't care about the video at the moment. How skills work. Here we go. Because I heard a rumor there's a PDF skill. And I'm a PDF nerd, man. I love PDF. I've been working with PDF for a long time. I actually shouldn't even talk about it. I had a PDF related company in Thailand. It was very awesome, but I don't want to talk about it. So, I mean, I don't know about composable, portable, efficient. My understanding is you put a bunch of markdown files in a folder and you're good. That's my understanding. Ooh, wonderful. The engineering blog. I should be reading this regularly. Procedural knowledge, yeah. So it sounds like this is an iteration. I think the cynics out there would say this is like an acknowledgement that Claude.md is not working great. I don't see it that way. I very much see this as like we're groping our way through the darkness, finding these techniques and standardizing on them. And I really, really believe in convention over configuration for the purpose of LLM driven, assistance and coding agents for sure. I think in many ways, software developers and related data engineers, data scientists, this area, we're privileged because these things are, if anyone, could take advantage of these LLMs, it's programmers because, of course, they know many languages, but there's just so much work all the way down to the foundation model of training it up on this skill set, this programming language. So Claude Code. Wait, the blog has no timestamp? Okay. Published October 16th. Okay, cool. Okay, composable, portable, efficient. So, convention over configuration. The thing about convention over configuration is like, at some point, the convention is baked into the weights of it's trained or fine-tuned into the foundation model. And at that point, yeah, it's convention over configuration. It's coming for free. Not too differently from humans. A convention over configuration means you can rely on what you've learned the hard way in the past to just kind of make assumptions, and those assumptions are likely to be correct and sensible. That's basically what convention over configuration kind of means. You learn the ropes once. It's all kind of, the idea is it's kind of sensible as possible. It's not supposed to be complex, and then you've got it. So, and then that's the foundation model, and then I believe the entire stack above the foundation model will add value, add correctness, and add value to the convention over configuration situation. And what that means is, if I put markdown files in the right place, I bet I can make this thing pretty good. Custom onboarding material. Yeah. Just, yep. Okay. Oh, very nice. We provide skills for common tasks like document creation. Yeah, somebody told me there's a PDF skill out there. Skill creator skill. Interactive guidance. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's a skill. Oh, interesting. I can do it in. Can you give me something? I can do it in Claude. Okay. I bet Claude Code can do it too. Yeah. Claude developer platform agent skills. Messages API requests. Oh. Wow, they're not joking. It really is universal. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Jeez. That's a big rollout. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Skills. That's really interesting. There's an API, there's an endpoint to provide skills for API calls. That's really cool. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I can't get into it. That's the sort of thing that I'm really keeping my eye on this. I just have no idea. I first thought this is the sort of thing that's going to make OpenAI become like Intel, which is to say like dominant and monopoly for the API. And that did not happen at all. This was an opinion I had a couple years ago. They've what I think is they've commoditized. I think for many reasons. Part of it is like risk aversion. It's already like complex enough. It's already enough churn, enough uncertainty in this space. So I could see why people would say, look, I can't, I want to commit very, very heavily. So this is not universal. This is now only associated with this API. And then all the other APIs have their own kind of bells and whistles. This all reminds me of Unix. Same idea, kind of same basic system, and then all sorts of bells and whistles to try to compete with each other. And then ultimately, it's a long arc of history, but ultimately it just all consolidated into a commodity, basically, which is Unix, or even Linux is certainly the spiritual successor for sure of that, like, just commodity tool. So in other words, these are bad for developers. And that's what I'm trying. Okay, so let's see it. All right, let's read the engineering blog, and then maybe ship some Hello World stuff, pull some. I want to see how it does PDFs. I want to do the PDF skill. I want to fork the PDF skill is actually my plan. I love PDF. What's so awesome is the first time you learn PDF is just exactly like your school child, class room, your mathematics class, about the Cartesian plane and Cartesian coordinates and lines. And it's just PDF is, to a large extent, someone said, right, there's that. And that's the paper. And we're going to draw, letters and stuff on it. And it's all kind of this Cartesian plane at the very bottom. I love it. Oh, and real numbers also, which are also a fun abstraction. Okay. Mm-hmm. Organized folders, love it. So I want to make Claude Code build me a skill for sure. Yeah, I glanced at this yesterday. Equipped skills. Yeah, this is what got me excited right here. Skill.md. And I've already been doing something like this. Not a skill, but this sort of this die this table of contents kind of, and then references to other stuff. A skill is a directory. Awesome. Skill.md file. Okay. Gosh, almost like Python. The anatomy of a skill. Document editing capabilities is a skill. Wonderful. Manipulate them directly. This PDF skill lets us give Claude these new capabilities. Totally. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. How many skills are there? How many commits? 10 commits. Wait, is this a real guy? Is this a real repo? 10 commits? Okay. Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Uh-huh. Diverse collection of example skills. Okay. Slack gift creator. Optimize for Slack size constraints. Okay, cool. Guide for creating a high quality server. Interesting. Anthropic's brand colors. Yikes. That's really cool though. What this is saying, this brand guidelines especially, well, that's really interesting. What this is saying is that's like a horizontal skill. You know, that's a cross-cutting skill. That's a soft skill, maybe. In other words, what I mean is there are many circumstances where knowing the brand guidelines is an important part of the job. In other words, for example, designing and developing and potentially also like quality control would be three areas I would imagine. You know, the brand guidelines must be known. It's part of the job. So those are different roles. Those are typically performed by different people, different experts, different professionals. And so that's awesome. So that's different from like this, like there was a deep skill, kind of like web app testing maybe, or some of these. Where was the one that I want to see the PDF one here? I'm like, yeah, here we are. Oh yeah. Yeah. Forms. Oh yes. I can't wait. I can't wait. Now they're talking about even Anthropic, I doubt they're talking about the real hard challenge. They're talking about PDF forms, not forms which have been photocopied and embedded into a file with no metadata, which can also happen. And it happens often enough that it's a serious enough like problem to solve for. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Anyway, my intention was to go in and solve that hard problem because I've seen it a million times. You just can't have a like production grade robust PDF pipeline, which in this circumstance, which does it the easy way, which does PDF forms. You can certainly ship a demo or an MVP that way, but it's so many circumstances. You end up with a flat image of a piece of paper and no metadata and a deadline. It's so awesome. This is so interesting. I mean, there's work out there on PPTX. I've seen quite a bit of it. I've worked myself on PPTX, not so much with LLMs, but generating it in an automatic way. So awesome. Not actively maintained. Yikes. Okay. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's definitely do it this way. Anthropics/skills. Let's definitely do that. Let's go into Claude Code and get started. I think I have about an hour left. Clear. Boom. Is that going to work? There we go. Cool. That was easy. Oh, 2022. Let's see if they've upgraded overnight. They upgraded twice. Good. Oh, look, they're fixing skills. Good, good, good. We're not loading. Yikes. So they're shipping bugs. Okay. We all do. No shade. Web to CLI teleport. Okay. We're learning a lot of sandbox mode for the bash tool. Oh my God. Let's go read those release notes. That bash tool drives me insane. Let's go read the reason. Releasing a sandbox mode for the bash tool. I want to see what does that mean? Well, let's just run it. I don't really have massive problems with that bash tool. I just have one, but okay. Enterprise managed MCP allow list. That's awesome. Enterprise managed MCP. That's awesome. Okay. Okay. So now that I have my marketplace, then to install a specific set of skills, okay, register it, running it in Claude Code. Is it manage marketplace? No, browse and install. Oh, I see. He needs to clarify. I'll send him a PR, huh? Yep. Slash plugin. You can register. No, the problem is, hold on. Hold on, grep. What is that? Anthropics. Should work. Ooh. Oh no, that means it's in my. Yikes. Yeah. Uh-oh. Let's go fix it. Yeah, we're pulling this out. Plugin marketplace. No. Oh, history? Doesn't matter. Oh, it's not in here. Oh, I need to switch back to my main branch. Okay, we're back on the main branch. What is that? Skills. Wow. Where is it? I must have added it somewhere. I gotta find out. Ooh, that's nice. Claude.json. The problem is, let's pull that out of my history so it stops matching. Nope. Project level skills. Nope, that's the change log. Nope, it's not in here. Ooh. Okay, so I don't even know. grep-v debug. There it is. Known marketplaces. There it is. Plugins. Found it. Yikes. JSON L. History. Yikes. Okay. Look at this. They have a folder. Oh, I see. The slash has been changed to a dash. Yikes. They have folders that start with dash. Okay. This has got to be it. And then there's the Anthropic document skills. I see. Let's view that file there. What's going on here? I added that in Anthropic-agents-skills. I must have. Yeah. Cat. So let's do this. I don't know how to pull it out. I'm going to pull it out myself just to see if I know how. Oops, not that. We're going to do this. We're going to remove all of this. We're just going to see what happens. I don't think I could damage. I don't think I could damage. And then we're going to drop this one too. Okay. So let me like restart Claude. And see, it should be totally unaware. So I type /plugins. Browse and install plugins. Manage marketplaces. No marketplaces. Wonderful. Okay, so I press escape. Here's the problem. I thought maybe I'm wrong. Copy, paste. So I hit return. Yeah, and it returns back to the prompt. So then I need to to install a specific set of skills. Does he have like a, I don't know if there's like a, the document skills subdirectory. I'll do it. Sorry, I don't know if it's, I'll do it their way. To install a specific set of skills. No, I guess it would be like this. Oh, you number? Oh dear. Oh my god. Okay. You gonna make me renumber all these? I never number them this way in Markdown. Markdown, you can go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. I mean, that's the point. Okay. Who cares? Like, to see... Right? Preview. So then I go /plugin and I press return. Now we're in the plugin menu. Then the rest of it makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. They can reject the PR. I certainly don't mind, but I just want to point out to them that that's fine. It's good enough. Are you going to make me write up a PR as well? Wait. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Wonderful. This is bad. Why is this in here? All right, I'm going to have to... What is this? No. No, GitHub, like, messed this up. So I'm going to need to go to my own fork now. Where's my fork? Come here. Yeah, do I have a PR or is it pending? Oh man, that's super old. Okay. No, we're fixing it. We're fixing it. We're fixing it. Skills. We're forking it. Oh, I see. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Finally. Finally. Okay. Found it. Yeah, we're fixing it. God. Whoops. Skills, git show. There's me. Yeah. Oh. Alternatively, directly install the plugin. Right, that's fine. Oh, wait. You can use a skill by just mentioning it. This is like, oh, okay. This is not my commit. That's why. Okay, cool. So then let's edit it. Do I still have my, like, patch 2 head region? Yeah, here it is. Let me just pull in that diff. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, here. It's just that. Two, three, four, five. That's it. Yes. Ah. Right. So we'll take that and not that. I'm just going to make a whole new commit. I don't like... Yep. Wonderful. So that's my branch now. We are not doing this PR. What's going wrong with this PR? Nobody wants this PR. So let's see if I go here. Does it say, hey, your PR is ready? Get out of there. Yeah, thank you. Get out of there. Okay, fine. So then we go to my fork. New. We go to my fork. Thank you. There it is. Thank you. Open a PR. Thank you. Okay. Now we're doing it. This fixes, corrects, this clarifies. something like that. Yep. Cool. It's not that they need to merge it. I certainly don't mind. I certainly don't mind that, like, the outcome. I don't really have any expectation on the outcome. But what I love is this is a proactive way to basically report a bug. This is like the best bug report is a PR, because it's so thorough that it's even getting into, like, here's my hypothesis for how to solve it. Okay, good. So we fixed the README. Thank you. Now I got to get back into the real thing. I'm just doing Anthropic's job for them now here. I got to get back into real. So let's get back into the... Okay, so they say run... Where is that? Yeah, here it is. Okay, browser. So Anthropic agent skills, wonderful. Select document or examples. Collection of examples. Let's do examples. Let's do it. Okay. Restart Claude Code. Okay, cool. So then I bet, like, find, what was I doing? Grep. Yeah. Yeah, good. There it is again, that known marketplaces. Wonderful. So it's back. Oh, so then if I run it again, so I just do /plugins? No, there's no /skills. Manage and install. Ah, so there's a skills plugin. Yikes, this is kind of crazy. So there's a... Oh, no, there is not. There's a skills marketplace. That's what it is. And then there's these examples here. Okay. All right, show me how to get that PDF skill. To use any skill, follow the instructions. But I got to make my own. You can use those pre-built skills and upload custom skills. Right. Yes. Creating a skill. Just a folder with a skill.md containing YAML front matter. Okay. Template skill in this repository. Yep, for sure. Although, so here's a template skill. Pardon me. So here's a template skill. Let me go off and read a bit here, because I want to dive right into that PDF skill. Pardon me. Okay, this is almost exactly like an agent. Unique identifier for your skill. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Notion skills. Okay, cool. How to create custom skills. Skill.md file. Okay. Wait, what? Software packages? Are you serious? Okay, wait, let's go look at the template then. Folders of instructions. But then how do I, like, get the skill? Okay, let's keep going. Oh, this is like, oh, I know. The answer is it's active. That's what that means. If I do, like, manage. One enabled. So it's enabled. So what do the example skills have in them? And then how do I connect a skill? What I want is the skill in my code base, right? I mean, in the same way that my expectation is, ooh, we're not even running code yet. In the same way that, like, an IDE exists, and typically you consolidate your team project on an IDE and you say, all right, and we're just going to check in. We're going to commit the .vs code, you know, launch configs into the project. This is source code in the project, or this is code in the project. This is how we do our debugging as a team or as a project or whatever. Same thing. Here's our settings. Like, here's how things run. Here's how the environment file works. So this is all, like, IDE configuration is just part of a project source code now, of course. Even .gitignore is kind of part of that. So it seems perfectly sensible that these skills would be checked into the project. That's what I'm hoping. Example skills. Okay. Yeah, MCP server. Document skills subdirectory contains skills. So, oh, it really was the document skills. Let's just click that on and turn the other one off. No, I know what I want. I know exactly what I want. We got to disable. We're turning this one off. Mark for update. Whoa. Installation. Why would I mark it? Okay. Cool. Restart. Okay, cool. So I dropped that skill. I want to fork the PDF skill. So I don't want to just install it through the marketplace. That would be like an npm install, right? I want to fork it right now. Try in Claude Code. Yeah. Yep, there's Claude Code. So I know what we do. We read the document skill and the template skill like side by side. That's what we do. Whoops, come here. So document skill and then template skill. Yes. Yes. So here's PDF. Okay. Right, there's scripts. This is awesome. Okay. Okay, so the template is not so useful. Skill.md. What are you doing? I think I have like a render problem. Here it is. Oh my God. That's useless. That's okay. That's minimally useful. All right, next. So, skill.md. Very cool. Comprehensive PDF manipulation kit. Okay, extracting text and tables, creating new PDFs, merging. Man, I wonder when are they just going to say, all right, and also you can just plug in a Docker container? I feel like that's coming. They're going to say, you know, oh, then we need these environments. And next thing, oh, we're going to need a little like I wish I had pipe PDF and I wish I could define some dependencies a little bit. But then like I forked my pipe PDF. I need a fork of it, you know, like all the real world reasons. And just like, we're going to need to plug this thing into Docker like really soon. I think there's just, I mean, there's no, Docker's just solved the problem that these things are going to need in the next generation. And if they're shipping like virtual sandboxes and stuff, I mean, they may be implementing it with Docker today. That's not really my point. What I'm saying is, like as an author or like as a system integrator or somebody like that, or as a developer, I feel like that's coming. Okay, cool. So it's a guide. It's literally documentation. That's what Prime was saying the other day. Although he was saying it in his way. So what's the point? It's just teaching it how to do stuff. Okay. Oh man, this is super similar to my, you know what else I need to start? Oh gee, I want to start like right now. Am I ready to code? Live view? Let me click myself on and do something. Let's do this. Let's do File PDF. Maybe should I make it create a ticket? Yeah, let's make. Like examples? Not examples. What is it? Is it like the walkthrough? What the heck is it? Cookbook. The cookbook. What is it? Let's just do this. Let's see if I can do this in one go. Word count dash L, documentation star, pipe, sort dash N, 1? Missed it. Dash K1? Hahaha. Close. I got it on the second try. So the cookbook is 2,287 lines long. The architecture, the design decisions. I don't know if I recommend reading them all. Basically, it's the cookbook. Can I make it like pull? Let me make it pull here. CF paste. Yep, off you go. Thank you. All right, so I'm getting a ticket made. Use Anthropic. Okay, don't care. So now I got to learn, how do I put a skill into, like, how do I, they get you started. I mean, yeah, a folder, but like I got to activate it somehow. Yeah. For advanced features, JavaScript library, see reference.md. If you need to fill out a PDF form, forms.md. Okay. / forms.md seems weird, but okay. Uh-huh. A simple skeleton MD file. Yep. So they're showing off the PDF one. And so I guess they're saying the idea is the LLM's going to say, "Oh yeah, I know how to count the pages in a PDF now." Like it was in the weights of the model, you know, it was in the foundation model before, but it's in the, now it's in the context. Yep. Yeah, I think this is legit, because what's going to happen is they're going to optimize it. You know what? It's going to be exactly like branch tree prediction. It's going to be exactly like branch prediction in hardware, where like I have a friend of mine did a PhD on in some context going from like 99.7% correct to like 99.8 in branch prediction. And he was like, this is a massive like practical impact, because optimizing that pays dividends. Basically, these chips are constantly sort of optimistically assuming things for various reasons. For example, it seems to happen often, or for whatever reason, it's predicted to evaluate before it's actually evaluated. And that's part of what makes these things fast. And so I think it's going to be something like that, where they're just going to push this like routing and this like referencing and looking up information, and like very quickly kind of penetrating to the perfect context, right? I bet that ratchets up to 99.7% also. And so this is going to be a powerful way to write software, like in the next few years, basically. I don't know, people, I believe it. Furthermore, I see no problem with being like heavy on documentation. I don't know if that's like a joke or something. I mean, like, I don't know, like you have to document. And I see no like fundamental problem with having to write a lot of documentation for the purpose of making the agents get it right. It's, I mean, if it's a net benefit, then it's a net benefit. Who cares about writing documentation versus writing code, in my opinion? I mean, I am currently writing code just for the fun of it right this second. Oh, it's all gone. But it's not the same thing as like solving a problem by Friday, on a deadline, something like that. So I see no problem. Like documenting thoroughly. Bundling. Okay, just literally reference it. Got it. Progressive disclosure. Wonderful. Yes. Yeah, progressive disclosure. I would call that, coming from CouchDB, I would call that a tree. I would call that like navigating a tree. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay. Skills in the context. Changes when a skill's triggered. Oh, wow. This is really awesome. They're like walking through. Look, they're all American. They're all filling everything out. You can tell they're all American. Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. And they asked the language model. Language model's like, yeah, fill it out. Uh-huh. Of course. Okay. Fill this PDF based on what you know about me. Wonderful. That is exactly right. This is so awesome. Mm-hmm. Tool use bash. Oh, okay. Oh, yikes. Is that what it does? Okay, cool. Yes. Uh-huh. And then it... Yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of obvious. Geez, I wish they could have done a different diagram. Okay. Yes, I totally understand. Geez, I understand. How do I just ship it into my code? How do I just check it in? Like, do I put it in .claude somewhere? Okay, this is cool. I saw this. Same thing, right? Yeah, it's all just super common. It's all convention over configuration. It's all just basically common sense. You just kind of memorize the common sense, which is pretty easy to memorize because it's common sense. And then you can like do a lot because it's convention over configuration. You can be quite brief. Fillable fields, if it has fillable form fields. This is exactly what I predicted. This is so like the easy route. This is how you ship a demo on Monday, and this is not how you ship it on a deadline on Friday. Fillable PDF forms are such like not real. The only time I've seen them, which is awesome, is if like the pipeline is built around like we're going to have PDF form technology, which that totally exists. But if you just have a mountain of documents, Phil, I knew it. Even Anthropic's cutting corners. They're cutting corners. Well, let's see if Chatfield can help. That'll be awesome. I wrote a long time ago a lot of Perl code that manipulated PDF. Oh, fun fact, PDF is a text file format. You can very trivial. In fact, let's challenge this thing. Let me tell it to decompress a PDF right now. Let's just go pull any PDF. Or let's do this. Yeah. Oh. So, oh, yeah, let's go. Oh, an IRS form. Let's go get an IRS form. For sure. There you go. 1040. Yeah, perfect. Let's go get a 1040. Come on, Schwartz. I promise I've clicked. W9. Ooh, W9 might be shorter. Oh, perfect. Straight to the PDF. Perfect. Mm-hmm. W9 is a little shorter. Let's do W9. Yeah. Yeah, totally. W9. Okay. So let's save this. Downloads. Okay, let's go do that. So I'm going to go to Chatfield. So here's my first challenge. Hey, with your PDF skill, I want you to decompress this file for me. If it can't do it, I think it can. I think it can. It's really easy. And I bet even the LLM, the foundation model, knows it from Reddit conversations about how to use PDF Kit and stuff like that. So we have a FW9. Okay, so now we have an FW9 file here. So let's just do it. Let's give it every grace. Right, add. Thank you. And then slash plugin. Oh, I see why you schedule. And then I guess when you restart, it'll do it when you restart. It'll do when you either exit or start up. Cool. Browse and install plugins. So let's install the skill, the document skills. Yes. Thank you. Okay, restart. Okay. It's just a bunch of text files. I wonder why I have to restart. I'm not impressed. Like, it's literally some text files. What kind of state are they like locked into that they can't back out some text files? Shouldn't need a restart. It's like it's strings. It's strings. It's just a bunch of files and folders and strings. Give me a break. Restart. Okay, so I've restarted. So now I should have. Let me just confirm that. That I've got my plugin. Stop it. Come here. Let's just see it. Manage. Perfect. Perfect. Document skills. Okay, so this is all active. So let's do this. Do you see a PDF file? Right? Oh, I'm way under caffeinated. Oh my God, that's such a so this is a PDF form, obviously you can properly complete them. So there's metadata. It is not what I described as this pure Cartesian plane with just strokes of ink here and there. There's metadata on top and there's location information and there's just what you would imagine. There's little state and so forth. So that's great. I mean, PDF form's fine. The problem though is I want Chatfield to support a mobile environment. I want to use Chatfield from a mobile phone. And what I want to do with that mobile phone is take a photograph of a piece of paper like everyone does in life. And, you know, the smartphones will scan in quite a substantial amount of this stuff. It doesn't go to, like, at the moment, maybe I'm racing Apple here a little bit, but at the moment it does nothing like saying, oh, this looks like an onboarding form for a new doctor's office. And I say, yeah, I'm driving to the doctor's office. Can you help me? I got to complete this. That's what I want to solve. And especially in a foreign language, because I don't know, I just have an acute experience of it of my whole life of difficulties with forms in foreign languages. It's really like a tough part of life, a tough part of like living in modern life. Okay. Such an like annoyance. Okay. Let's do it. Do it. Decompress it for me. I think it'll do it. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Good. Good, good, good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You'd better decompress it. I think I could decompress it in like one command line with some Python or with some Java tools. PDF Kit. No. No. Okay, okay, okay. This is not necessary. Ah, okay. Yeah, tell me. This is not necessarily wrong, you know, like I've got this extremely technical challenge for a PDF. I don't mind that a PDF skill maybe super prompted to say, hey, we're like reading the contents of the file. Whoa. Wow, if this works, then I'm going to love it. 76 compressed streams. Cool. It did it. Good. Oh, and I don't even have my Python. Okay. Do I have my environment? Okay. So now let's see if I can pull it up. Let's just run Claude Code again. Let's see if I can pull it up in my editor. You should be able to edit a PDF file just in an editor. Open anyway. Calm down. No, ignore them. Yeah. 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 This is the PDF of the form. Name of entity / individual. It's all here. Look, here's some XML. PDF is a text format. So it's not that like impenetrable. Very often, like there are many like key exceptions where you add layers on top, and so it's not HTML at all, really. But occasionally, yeah, then payment, totally. Look, millimeters. They're doing millimeters in US. Cool. All right, so let's get back to, so that's the skill. So now I know what I want to do. I want to disable that skill because I want to do my own. Let's uninstall it. Correct. So if I do mark for uninstallation, is it going to tell me it'll have, okay. Is it going to tell me what that means? They're just going to assume I know what that means. I believe it'll uninstall either during log out or log in. Let's see. Ready, go. I would hope that they do it in log in, because log out, it could get terminated. Let's see what, oops. Let's see what that looks like. Browse, manage. Okay. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Okay, we're done. Good. Now, confirm I've got no skills. It's important to confirm that. Managed it. Okay, good. Good. Okay. Let's keep reading about how I make my own. So now I have a form. How Claude uses skills. Removing custom skills, yes. No, okay, so I'm going to get into Claude Code, equipping agents. So this is totally awesome. Structure for skill. Okay, let's just try. Wait, did they have like a skill making? No, I don't want a skill making skill. You know what I want? I know exactly what I want. Copy -r / skills. I'm going to go take that Python one. Document skills, PDF. So let's just make that. So, gee, I don't know. Let's just put it right here. Let's just put it top level right now. So now I've got this random PDF. I've got this random PDF like folder, and there's a skill.md. So just very quickly, let me just restart it just to be paranoid. So if I go like /plugins, I guess. Browse and install. No. I want it checked into my project. What am I doing wrong? Am I dumb? Anthropic. So I stole this. Claude Code. Skills doc and cookbook. Now, was there a skills writing thing? Be mad, close it. Was there a skills writing thing? I want a skill. I want to be skilled. Ooh, this is nice. Let me just... How skills work. 3 types of skills. Metadata. Oh, I see. Oh, awesome. It's like splitting the file. That's awesome. It's pre-processing. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm great. This is all undifferentiated heavy lifting. This is wonderful. PDF plumber. Cool. Wait, have they like changed it? Okay. PDF-skill. Let's actually do that. Okay. And then there's a skill.md, of course. There's forms. There's reference. I like it all uppercase like this. But anyway, there's a script. Yes. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Wonderful. Yikes. What? View. What do we want? Extract form field, maybe? Pi PDF. Cool. Yeah, and they're pulling up. Wonderful. Yep. Very cool. Neat. Oh, I know exactly what to do. This can be the front end to the Chatfield. That's exactly right. This will pull the forms, and then Chatfield will say, okay, I know all the forms now. Yes. 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 Extracting the forms will do that. Take a phone call. How do I do that? Okay. So then, whatever this doesn't have to be perfect. /kids? What? Oh, yeah, cool. And then you'll see PDF like I don't know the formal relationship exactly, but it's like inspired or evolved from PostScript. And so these like / commands are, okay, cool. Cool. Okay, so if this thing could extract them and then basically Chatfield could pull them in. Chatfield could totally pull them in. Okay. This is awesome. Here's how Claude loads it. Yeah, I know. Okay, I get it. But where they work, Claude API, Claude Code. Claude Code supports only custom skills, okay? Create skills as directories. How to use skills in Claude Code. I want to say build with Claude Code. Agent skills. Oh, cool. What? Agent skills. Claude Code /skills. Okay, they call them agent skills now. Package, expertise and discoverable capabilities. Yes, perfect. Model invoked. Autonomously decides when to use them. Yes, it does. Different from / commands. Yes, I understand. Oh, here we are. Okay, personal skills. No, project skills. Thank you. I found my project skills. So, .claude /skills. Of course it is. Of course. Oh, it's intuitive. Okay. Awesome. Of course it is. Yeah, I should have guessed. That'd be convention over configuration. That's cool. So skills, and then we just drop it in here to PDF. So we just move. So now we have skills /PDF. Cool. So maybe this isn't PDF. Or I know. Okay, I know exactly what to do. Wait, let's do this. Let's just do this just to be certain. arm-r PDF. Copy -r source /skills /document skills /PDF. Come here. Yeah. So we're gonna copy that here. So here it is. Git add PDF. Are we in master? Okay, main. So there's PDF. Git commit dot. Okay. So I'm gonna say like just pull in the Anthropic example, PDF skill. Cool, we're gonna fork this. We forked it. We've basically forked it. So done. So now what happens? Do I just have that skill now? If I do /plugin, manage skills, so that I don't see it here. Browse and install. No. In fact, I don't even know if I want that marketplace. Well, that's fine. Okay. Okay. So skills can also come from plugins. Yes. Skill.md. Did it? Clear files, supporting files. Yes. Skill.md. Oh, yeah, I understand. Restrict tool access. Oh, cool. Okay. Personal skills, project skills, automatically discovered. To view available skills. Okay, awesome. A list of available skills. Wonderful. Yeah, exactly. I just want to confirm it before I start making it generate code or whatever. Skills with an uppercase S. Interesting. Oh, and I need to log out in like 10 minutes. Okay, available skills. Whoa, perfect. Okay. So let's just jump into it. Let me just tell it what I want. Upgrade that skill, which is project level, right? At .claude. Does it skills/PDF? Yeah. Let me do that so it'll see it. PDF. Okay. Which is project level. What I want, the like ability to like generate a Chatfield like data model from a PDF form. I can already tell it. I think the code to extract that the may exist at .claude/skills/PDF/scripts, and then what was I reading? Oh, fill in. Yeah. Actually, yeah, may exist. And also the code to fill in. So Chatfield would serve to perfect. We need up here to go to generate Chatfield data model from PDF form. I'll just tell it this. Okay. I need the code to extract the forms. So Chatfield would serve to like interview the human and ultimately populate the form. This is actually somewhat of a good experiment using the existing code, right? Let me I think the skill should at some point use Python Chatfield to produce a conversation similar to the existing examples, right? It could use Python or it could use TypeScript actually. But the skill uses Python. Yeah, we'll keep it Python. Similar to existing examples. Yeah, just tell me your plan. Tell me your, like, your... Off we go. Let's generate a little bit of, Whoa, a promise through. Cool. What happened? Cool. Wait. Wow, it's pretty rare to see something like this from Anthropic. Cool. Something through. Unhandled promise reject. No assistant message found. Awesome. Not my problem. Cool. Traceback I don't care about. Cool. I just hope this thing's not knocked off its state. I think it's not. Yeah, favorite number. Yeah, look, it's reading the skills. Perfect. Yes, perfect. And then the what was it saying? I love that. What was it saying? Discoverable. Now, what were they calling it? Was it the brass one? Okay. Whoa. Oh yeah, there's all this new stuff. Handle fillable forms only or non-fillable? Fillable only, yeah. No, fillable only. Simpler, faster, for sure. Okay. How should the system determine which questions to ask for each PDF field? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you're blowing it. No, you don't. Type something. Wait, can I type something? Oh, nice. Okay. Very nice. Use the Chatfield. How should the system determines what questions to ask? Drive everything. Use this project Chatfield, which, right, read its Claude.md documentation and generate a Python Chatfield like data model closely, right, like following. Cool. Single command, PDFN filled out with Chatfield interview that can be customized and reused. I think that's the point, is the interview script, multi-step workflow with intermediate files. Definitely multi-step workflow. Cool. Man, this is kind of the interactivity that Chatfield, I was thinking with Chatfield, so this is awesome. Should validation rules be applied? Add basic validation, yes. SSN zip. Did it found the validation policy? Perfect, perfect. Cool. So we're getting started. This is cool. I gotta log out soon. I've forked the. I mean, I have no doubt this will not work out of the box. There's no way this is gonna work, but this will be useful. It'll be done in 60 seconds, and I think it'll certainly wire up a lot of the tedious stuff. Did you read Claude.md? So I think there's a little bug. Actually, no. Yeah, just a little bit of a bug where it's not. I can't believe it missed the Chatfield like point. We're in the Chatfield project, but okay. Upgrade the PDF skill to generate Chatfield data models from PDF forms. Perfect. Yes. Generate data models. That's actually a great point. The workflow, extract, parse it using that. Perfect. Generate. Yeah. Run it. Populate it. PDF forms only. Correct. Validation rules. Yes. Thank you. Very good. Very good. Conversational data. Scripts field analyzer. Analyze the metadata to infer types and validation rules. Okay. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that pattern matching. Okay. I don't know if I want to change it though. Validation rule generation. I wish this thing could do yes, but with a tiny bit of changes. That's like constantly what I need. All right, what does it want? Oh, no pattern matching. Validation rule. Yeah. Natural language description generation. Yep. I think this thing's going to blow it. You have to like map the IDs back to each other, and it didn't get that on the web. So if, yeah, exactly. Chatfield to field values. Yeah, let's just let it get cranking. This is a lot of work. Forms underscore Chatfield, and we're going to add the Chatfield. Yeah, this is a lot of work. So have I done anything today? Nothing. I've done one commit where I pulled in the PDF skill. Okay. Let me, while this is working, let's just do a wrap up. And I can let that be tomorrow. I basically like it. I thought this would be a like side thing. However, this may be like moving more forward than I originally thought, because like completing the PDF form is all secondary code. And so having it work through Claude Code is totally like fine for me. I'm trying to prove that Chatfield is a good conduit to move this information. I'm basically competing against one of this thing's proposals, which was just, how about we just let the LLM just wing it? Which, I mean, it's $1 billion computer. It might do a good job winging it. It might do a very good job winging it. So that's the, oh dear. That's the, like, idea is Chatfield like improves the performance of this. This kind of challenge. Perfect. Push it up. Let's go read it and log out. Wiki. Is it in yet? 21st? Yes, it is. Yeah, one commit, not a lot of code. And in fact, that commit is just literally a copy. I just kind of like forked or copied, you could say, the PDF skill. But that's awesome, because that was the idea, was I want to wire this thing into Claude Code, and it does. The answer is the same way you do agents and commands and all of that. There is now skills, and it just goes skills. You just write a MD file ultimately. You write a markdown file ultimately, like head-10. And so, awesome. Claude Code is supposed to hunt that down and do the needful and all of that. And so the idea now, what this thing is cranking on now, I have no idea how useful it'll be, but oh wow, look, it's pip installed some stuff. Yikes. Oh, okay. I did dangerously bypass permissions, so I'm comfortable with that. The idea is make this skill use Chatfield. Ideally, like I just say, hey, I want to complete this PDF, and it just says, all right, well, what's your name? It's transparent to the user of the skill, and then that would prove that it kind of works in this kind of pipeline. And then ultimately, the idea was, like level 2 would be, I got to write this in. I didn't write it in my plan, but level 2 will be photographs of a document off the top of your desk. That's the gold standard. That's so huge, I think. And it's super close. You could bounce that photograph off of Anthropic's model or OpenAI's model and pull out those form fields. It's all doable. It's all doable. We can thread that needle. We can through and solve it for sure. So that's the plan. That's why I'm trying to use Chatfield to do these PDFs. And to some extent, just challenge Chatfield in various kind of different ways. The other day, it was on the web in foreign languages, and now it's on a PDF and potentially without metadata. And I think the more kind of real world challenges I'm forcing it to solve, it doesn't, it helps. It's ratcheting the quality and all sorts of other stuff. Okay, so I'm going to save that and sign off. That's awesome. Thank you.